bitch who just snuck me too.
Oh shit.
There's shit. Where's that bitch? There's shit everywhere.
Hey.
No, Summer, stop! You nasty bitch! Why would you do that?
Fuck is bitches.
Stop, pick it up!
Where the fuck is Dolly?
Yeah, this is what you do to get the shit out! And shit! Bitch!
Baddies Africa episode 17 titled Tavii Said Shit Got Real. So the episode starts off with Fauna running up and sneaking Summer. I didn't even catch this last time, but Fauna had a drink in her hand and she threw that drink at Summer first. Unfortunately, it got all up in Choco Brown's eyes. Poor Choco Brown. And then she ran up on Summer and she started punching Summer. Boom, boom, boom. They pretty much go like into the background. You couldn't really see, but I just see like Summer and Fauna both swinging. Fauna is basically saying that she's just getting her revenge back to when Summer threw the drink at her in the club. We need to rewind that just a little bit because the whole reason why Summer threw a drink at her is because Summer thought that Fauna threw a drink at Big Lex. It turned out it wasn't a drink, it was a fan. What was weird to me is like Fauna was not trying to acknowledge that she had thrown something first. Fauna just kept saying, yeah, I didn't throw a drink. I didn't throw a drink. I didn't throw a drink. Like, okay, girl, but you threw a fan. You know what you threw. Then when Big Lex actually called her out and said, you threw a fan at me, Fauna was like, yeah, I did. It's just like, okay. Poor Choco Brown is literally shivering. She was already sick. Now the girl is shaking. She has to like literally leave the set. So Rolly the EP steps forward and she lets everybody know that there will be no more fighting in the club, basically. She's like, you know what? From now on, there's going to be penalties for people that fight in the club. We don't want to ruin our bookings. We don't want to ruin our money. That's literally how they make money, is these club bookings. So it's stupid to fight at the club, destroying the people's clubs and all that. Rolly the EP pretty much put her foot down right here and Natalie agreed. Natalie said, yes, I agree. Boom. I think that's actually a great idea. From the very beginning, you know, it should have been enforced. The only reason why these girls are fighting in the club is because they were never punished from the very first season for fighting in the club. So going forward, let's make some rules, not just for the clubs, for all the activities. Let's make rules for jumping. Let's make rules for biting, like for using weapons. I personally feel like if you go too far, you should be sent home, like BGC style, you know? Dolly says out of nowhere, let's get active. And Rolly literally turns to her and she's like, girl, you cannot say that with your hand all messed up. Ivory has not even left for a couple of hours now. Like the sun is down, so it's been a few hours. And Dolly is talking about some let's get active. Dolly. Girl. So Big Lex is literally admitting, and I want you guys to take note of this. Big Lex is admitting this started with her talking shit first. You see how Big Lex admits to what she does. That's why I like her. I know I'm with the unpopular opinion because the majority of people online do not like Big Lex. I don't care what the majority of the people do. I'm gonna go by what I think and what I see, and like I try to always be unbiased. Even if I say something that y'all don't agree with, prove me wrong. I will change my opinion. Like I'm not just some super fan that's hard set on one thing, you know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, Big Lex admitting it started with me talking on the mic first. Then Fauna grabbed the mic for me. She threw a fan at me. Summer threw a drink at her. Boom. That's how we got here. That's what it is. Fauna is basically saying she was kind of confused because at the club they're supposed to be chilling, and why were you like talking on the mic, Big Lex? And once again, I'm like, Fauna, your best friend Ivory was talking on the mic a couple of episodes back. She was calling Dolly out. She was like, Dolly, you don't want to run me my fade. You scary. Da, da, da. Fauna, did you say something to Ivory? I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I want you to be consistent across all girls. Don't give a pass for people that you like, but for people you don't like, it's not okay. Fauna says, just the other day, you were literally asking me why I'm not wearing my chain, so I didn't know what type of energy you were coming on at the club. I didn't take that as Big Lex asking it in a weird way or as if Big Lex wants to snatch her chain or anything like that. No, because the way that Fauna prefaced it was off camera, you are acting nice to me, asking me, why aren't you wearing your chain? But then when we went in the club, you over here yelling, talking about, I whooped all these da, da, da. So Scotty inserts herself right here. Mind you, this whole conversation had nothing to do with Scotty. She's like, but why are you asking her about her chain? Like, and Big Lex was like, it doesn't matter, Scotty. Like, just stay out of it. And Scotty was like, no, like, I'm not going to stay out of it. Big Lex telling her, shut up. Scotty's like, you're not going to shut me up. You're not going to shut me up. It is none of your business. Big Lex can ask her whatever she wants to ask her. That's not Scotty's place to say that. That should have came from Fauna. Fauna should have been like, why are you asking me that? Obviously, Fauna herself didn't didn't have a problem with Big Lex asking her that. That wasn't the issue. Fauna's issue was you were asking me that off camera with different energy, but when we got in the club, you had switched up completely different energy. That was Fauna's whole point. So Scotty, fall back. This has nothing to do with you. When you insert yourself in situations, don't play victim. Do you see this? My cat scratched the shit out of me and it hurts so bad. So there, for all y'all Scotty fans, damn. Natalie steps forward and she basically scolds Big Lex. She's like, you gotta stop doing that. You're not gonna do that on the mic anymore. I was like, okay, fair. It's fair. It's fine. It's fair. She can't do that on the mic anymore. Natalie, say the same thing to Ivory. Ivory did it too. What are they talking about? When Ivory was talking shit on the mic, nobody said, Ivory, what are you doing? Why are you talking shit on the mic? You're provoking Dolly. Oh my gosh. Nobody grabbed the mic out of her hand. There was no big reaction like this.
Where's Dolly? Where's Dolly? Where's Dolly? Where's Dolly? Yeah, I'm ready for the motherfucking stage, bitch. Give me that. I need that. I want that. I gotta have that. Bitch, you bitches ain't ready to give me stage, though. And you reserve all season. Give me stage, bitch.
If we're gonna have rules and we're gonna be fair to everybody. Why does Ivory get passes? Ivory can jump into fights. Y'all don't get mad at her. Ivory can talk on the mic. Y'all don't get mad to her. Big Lex jumps into a fight. It's the end of the world. Big Lex talks on the mic. She's the villain. Like, it's like, you know, You see how everybody is low-key scared of Ivory because nobody clocked that. Nobody said anything to Ivory. Anyways, Dolly starts yelling. And I'm not gonna lie, she was sounding a little bit like Samuel L. Jackson when she was yelling. She was like, if y'all gonna let it go, then let it go. It's mosquitoes out here. Like, the way she was yelling. And I ain't going home with a virus. Like, oops. First of all, that's a little offensive to Africans. What do you mean a virus? What are you talking about? Because it's Africa? You gonna get malaria or what? What are you talking about? Stop it. Dolly's literally like, we gonna get to business or we gonna go? One or the two. Here we go. She acting like the second EP. Like, moving the scene along. Summer says her knuckles are effed up, so she don't want to fight right now, but when her hand gets right, she wants to run that back with Fauna, okay? Fauna's like, sure. Boom, they move on. All right, what about you, Big Lex? Like, you good for now or what? Big Lex say, nope, I still want that with you to Fauna. And I think she says, and if you still want that, we can have that to Tavii Baby. So now her and Tavii Baby go back and forth. And Tavii Baby is literally like, you just got me the other day because I was drunk. I was like, oops, what about the last time and the last time and the last time? Did you guys fight about 5 times? She got you every single time. What do you mean you were drunk? No, Tavii Baby, come on. Just admit that she got you. It's okay to lose. Like, you cannot win every battle. It's okay to lose. That's why I respect Cold Killer, because she's like one of the only baddies that can admit that, you know, she loses a fight. Tavii Baby basically declines the fade. She's like, I'm not fighting you. She's already been injured about 1 million times. Plus her birthday's coming up. She just wants to be cute for her birthday. So she doesn't want to fight. She shouldn't have to fight right now anyways, because this has nothing to do with her. Let's move it back to Fauna, because that's what this whole thing was about. Oh my gosh. So Natalie kind of steps forward and she's like, yeah, guys, if there's anybody that has an issue, which, by the way, I just want to say, DTB, I don't have a problem with you, okay? And DTB is like, girl, you hate me. Shut the up. She literally told Natalie, shut the up, and Natalie didn't do anything about it. This is the part for me that genuinely confuses me is, Natalie, why are you letting these girls talk to you like that? Regardless if y'all like Natalie or not, or she's right or wrong, why is Natalie, the EP, allowing her girls to talk to her like that? Telling her shut the up, shushing her, straight up disrespecting her to her face. And Natalie's the main one. Episode 1, let's rewind it back. Natalie said, I will not be tolerating no disrespect to this season.
This season, I am not tolerating any disrespect.
I think she's tolerating disrespect. Natalie just continues saying like, I don't hate you, I don't hate you. And DTB straight up said, well, I don't like you. How about that? I don't like you. And then finally, Natalie like starts to defend herself. She's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You don't have to like me. Like, that's fine. A lot of people don't like me. And guess what? I sleep great at night. I still felt like that defense was weak. DTB straight up called you out, cursed you out, told you shut the fuck up, told you she don't like you. And your response is you sleep great at night? I don't know. Just feel like you're tolerating a little bit of disrespect there. That's my opinion. So Natalie basically saying like, Fauna, you and Big Lex have been going back and forth all day. So what are y'all trying to do right now? I'm not trying to say y'all have to fight, but you want to talk about it. You want to squash it because, you know, they pretty much want to dead everything right here. They don't want to bring it back to wherever they're going, right? Big Lex is pretty much like, I'm not the one that was mad. You need to ask the girl that is angry. She's the one that got mad. She's the one that snatched the mic. She's the one that threw a fan at me. Natalie's once again, but you started it. You provoked it. And Big Lex is like, okay, then the other person should finish it. And Fauna literally says, is that your definition of a baddie? Just fighting, fighting, fighting. That's it. Let's not try to act like Big Lex is not a baddie. Come on now. Let's not do that. I would be interested to see what Fauna's definition of a baddie is, because I feel like everybody's definition of a baddie is a little bit different. Honestly, there are some people that feel like being a baddie is about fighting mostly. You're on a fighting show. It's literally fighting and drama. You're not on an educational and classy show. I'm just saying. So anyways, Fauna steps forward. Challenge accepted. They square up. So she runs up. Boom, boom, boom. They start throwing punches. I literally see like Fauna, it looks like she's trying to rush at Big Lex, so she kind of grabbing her like this, but Big Lex has her arm around her, and it looks like she was trying to do the slam that she slammed Tavii baby, like that same. They were tumbling on the floor, and when Big Lex got on top, that was not a good sight to see. Literally, Fauna was like on all fours. Literally head down on all fours, and Big Lex pounding her head in. Boom, boom. Boom. They had to come break that up real fast. Like, oh my gosh, that was about to get ugly. Obviously, Big Lex took that. I think I tried to figure out who that was. Somebody got slammed to the floor in the middle of all their fighting. I think K-Rican slammed Summer to the floor in the middle of Big Lex fighting Fauna. DTB is literally yelling, we're fighting in shit. Y'all, we're fighting in shit. Like, literally, there's horse on the ground where they're fighting. All of a sudden, you see Dolly reach down, pick up that horse. Boom! She slaps Cold Killer in the face with the horse. And then Dolly starts boom, 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 hitting Cold Killer. Dolly, you have some explaining to do. I don't feel like you should have done that. The timing. It was the timing. You should have at least waited a couple of days before you fought. Because honestly, you proved everything that they said about you to be correct. You literally waited for Ivory to leave. It was only a few hours later. You snuck her and you were swinging. Like, I know in the confessionals she was saying, and even online on Instagram, she was saying that her whole point is that she needs both of her hands to fight Ivory because Ivory's a big girl, whereas the other little girl, she will fight with just one hand. I know that was her point. The way that you could have made your statement work if you fought while Ivory was there. Like, if you fought Cold Killer while Ivory was there, nobody would be saying anything. But it's the fact that you literally waited until Ivory left to fight. That's the part. It's the timing. It's when you did it. Yeah, Dolly probably on purpose waited for Ivory to leave so that she could fight, because Dolly knew if she fought while Ivory was there, that Ivory would get in and try to fight her. And as she said a million times, she needs both of her hands to fight Ivory. Do I agree with that? No. Personally, I feel like Dolly, you should have just stayed on injury reserve until your hand healed. Like you said, you were literally on the sprinter talking about, as soon as my hand heals, I'm calling out everybody. I'm making Baddies history. I'm fighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Like, what happened to that? You should have stuck with that. I thought that's what you were doing. Like, girl, no, this doesn't make you look good at all. All of a sudden we see Summer is like, where is Rican? Where is Rican? Bring her here, bring her here. Scotty and Rican literally telling her, like, there's literally shit on the floor, like next to where you're standing. Like, there's literally shit. Let's, like, we could fight, just bring it over there. Summer said, no, I want to fight in the shit. I want to fight in the shit. Clearly, she wants to take a page out of Dolly's book there, and she wants to do a part 2. Manure throwing. Jeez, oh my gosh. Okay, so Summer literally picked up the shit. She's like, you're not gonna come here? I'll bring it to you. She runs, boom, throws that manure all over K-Rican. Then she just starts boom, boom, boom. Summer was tearing her ass up. Oh my gosh. K-Rican. Oh my gosh. I feel sorry for her. I like K-Rican. Like, out of the whole Pretty 3 gang, I like K-Rican the most, but she was getting tore up. Damn. And Summer even like almost slammed her to the ground. Like, the fact that Summer was doing that with her hand injured too is pretty crazy to me. The whole time in the background, you just hear, no, Summer, no. Scotty, oh my gosh. She said, you nasty B, why would you do that? Scotty saying the whole time she was trying to help Summer not to be in the shit, but she didn't realize Summer wanted to be in the shit, which is funny. Literally in the next second, Cold Killer walks up to Scotty and she says, where's the shit? Where's the shit? Scotty said, right there. She's trying to give Cold Killer a plastic bag so she could pick up the shit and throw it at them. Cold Killer went up to the shit to try to get it to throw at Summer. All of a sudden, you just see random people start running, right? They're looking back like, oh, no, they're out of here. You see, I thought it was Cold Killer with the shit, because Cold Killer literally has shit in her hand trying to find Dolly. But then you see K Rican out of nowhere. This girl has the best aim of the world, okay? She has like plastic bag. I'm assuming there's shit in there or something. But she literally, boom, she throws it. Why does it hit Summer dead on her body? Like, what the girl, I think you missed your calling in life, K Rican. Anyway, she runs up to Summer. Summer turns around, throws her water bottle. They start fighting. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, none other than Dolly comes like fucking Superman. I was like, whoa, where did you come from, Dolly? No, no, no. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Security grabs Dolly, immediately pulls her off, literally has her lifted in the air. Cold Killer runs with the boom, she throws it at Dolly. She got her too. And she's, you know, trying to get up in there, but she can't really get up in there because of security. They put Dolly back on the ground. Dolly is literally squared up like this. Dolly, I'm gonna have to call you out, girl. Why'd you jump into that fight like that? Summer was handling it just fine. Summer does not need your help. I understand at this point, everybody's jumping into everything. And I think that's what's ruining this season now, to be honest. Like in the beginning, like it was kind of understandable. Okay, a little bit here and there, but now it's getting so messy and so bad that whenever anybody fights, about 20 people all jump in. That, you know, it's really turning into that like BGC 10 kind of dynamic that was horrible. It's just chaotic. It's so chaotic. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, Dolly had me cracking up, but she said, girl, you threw some shit on me. Don't you know I'm from the country? That ain't nothing. And she's gonna go up to the water, like there's like an ice bucket of water. She puts that ice water and puts it all over her face and like, this is what you do in the country, how you get shit off. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm like, it's not the fact that you're getting the shit off of your face, it's the fact that it's ice water. That's the trippy part to me. That girl is crazy. So Cold Killer is literally just arguing with the big three. They probably have said about 2,000 times in this episode. But Dolly literally like, it's fine. This shit got minerals in it. It's fine. That's how I know Dolly is for real a country girl. She's right though. It has nutrients and it's full of nutrients and it's actually non-toxic to humans. Like it's not the worst thing it's not the worst kind of poop that you can get on your body. You know, it's actually nothing is gonna happen to you. It's just a little nasty, but it's not harmful. Now that I'm thinking about it though, the fact that they're fighting, they probably have open wounds all over their body, and that horse going in those open wounds, yeah, that's probably not safe at all. Ooh, I'm not laughing. It's not funny, but you know, I'm just saying. Anyways, damn, what the happened to K Rican? They show K Rican the side of her head is literally bleeding. I thought that was horse shit at first, but no, that's red. I'm pretty sure that's blood. Did Summer do that to you? Girl, what the They're pretty much getting ready to leave. Literally, some of them are sitting on the sprinter because they do not want to be associated with the throwing that has been going on. And all of a sudden you see Big Lex. Big Lex is like, I got 1 round left in me before I heal up for a few days. Like, is this how y'all doing it on Baddies Africa? Wow. Okay. She calls out Tavii Baby. She's like, Tavii Baby, come on, come on. Tavii Baby all of a sudden is like, where's Fauna? Where's Fauna? Fauna. Big Lex is literally like, why? Why are you looking for anybody else? Come on, Tavii Baby, come on. Big Lex talking to Tavii Baby. Who inserts themselves? Scotty. Scotty says, who is she talking to? And Big Lex said, you. Since you want to keep inserting yourself, I'm talking to you now. Yeah, I don't see how Big Lex is wrong here. I don't see it. Sorry. I don't see it. Scotty's like, why are you talking to me? Why do you have my name in your mouth? Like, gosh, this is why you don't insert yourself in situations, Scotty. It wasn't about you. Your name was not in her mouth at all. You literally misunderstood the situation when she said you. She said, I'm talking to you now because you want to insert yourself. That's why you don't insert yourself. You see what happens? Big Lex literally like, you can come too. You can come too. You and Tavii Baby, come on, come on. You could come. You could come. Scotty said, I'm too kind to jump on you. I was like, huh? You're too kind to jump. But when it comes to summer, it's fine. What does she mean by that? I didn't understand that. Unless a part was cut out, I am so lost right now because Scotty goes into the sprinter and Scotty's like, Big Lex just has my name in her mouth. Oh my God, she's so worried about me. And she said, Big Lex said, who are you looking for, Scotty? And that's totally not what the scene showed at all. Unless they cut it out. Scotty just straight up lied right now. Big Lex starts walking over to the sprinter that has Tavii Baby, Scotty, and like literally all of them sitting up in there. Big Lex is still on, 100. She's literally calling out Tavii Baby. She's like, come on, get off that sprinter. Let's go. Let's go. Tavii Baby is over it. She's so over it. She said, why do you want to beat me up again? That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect her to say that, but that was hilarious. In the middle of her arguing with Tavii Baby, once again, all of a sudden, I just see Scotty's head coming into the frame, and she's like, you love having my name in your mouth, Big Lex. And I'm like, this had nothing to do with you too. She didn't even come to the sprinter talking to you. She literally was trying to fight Tavii Baby. Like, I don't know. Scotty, you tripping. Big Lex did her pointing, that she always does. Scotty said, Big Lex said, I'm gonna punch you in your shit. Scotty literally said, she gave her face. She said, punch me in my shit. Here it is. Go ahead. Big Lex ran up, but then she stopped. She tried to fake her out. I'm not gonna lie. This didn't eat as much as Big Lex thought it would because Scotty didn't flinch. It would have been really good if Scotty was like that would have been like hilarious, but she didn't flinch at all. So I just feel like you look kind of dumb. Anyways, so they're literally just arguing back and forth. Scotty pulls out her shoe and she's literally like, this shoe costs more than your whole outfit. In the middle of her holding her shoe, Tavii Baby smacks that shoe out of her hand. It goes flying. I don't know if she was trying to make the shoe hit Big Lex or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm like, Scotty, when did you become like this? You need to humble yourself, girl. I didn't like this scene, honestly. Like, my shoe costs more than your whole outfit, girl. It should. You've been on Baddies since Baddies South. Literally, is it not like 7 seasons or something that Scotty's been on? This is Big Lex 2nd season. Give her a chance. Let's see how Big Lex looks when she's 7 seasons deep. I don't like it in general when any of the girls try to act like high and mighty and better, as if all of them, again, none of them were rich, maybe DTB, but most of them were not rich when they first started Baddies. So come on now. In her confessionals, Scotty is literally like, you just want to fight me because you're a tomboy and I'm a pretty girl. Just like you said, I am only good for ass shaking. Well, you're only good for fighting. Maybe you should stop fighting and pick up a pump. Like, the way Scotty reads is so funny. But low key, I'm like, I just wish in general people would stop making it about looks. Both Scotty and Big Lex are pretty girls. We don't need to compare them to each other. Beauty is subjective. Like, that's why I don't even do that, because that some people genuinely find beauty in every shape, color, form. But yeah, Big Lex is a tomboy for sure, and she's more of a girly girl. But I don't think that's the reason why y'all are fighting. Oh, it's all of a sudden you see Big Lex yelling. She's like, I need my wig. I need my wig. It's $1,200. It's the only wig I have. Then they pan to the other sprinter. You see Scotty. She's trying to tear that wig apart. And Tavii Baby, I saw Tavii Baby. She was trying to stop her. She was like, no, Scotty, no, Scotty, no. Scotty's so mad. She's literally like, like she don't give a no more. So literally Big Lex gets off of her sprinter. She's trying to get to the other sprinter because she sees that like they're literally tearing her wig apart and they're fighting over it. She's like, hell no. The security is holding Big Lex back. At this point, I guess they said no more. That's enough. They had enough drama for the day. That made Big Lex so angry. She started crying. I'm not gonna lie, you made the other girls eat a little bit with that, because literally they were like, is she crying over a wig? Like, this whole time you didn't cry over nothing, but the wig is what got you to cry. Actually, she cried about the elephant too. Scotty's literally like, welcome to Baddies, it's Baddies, like, and Big Lex is in her feelings. Oh my gosh, like, this girl, I'm just like, you're best friends with Dolly. I'm sure Dolly got some wigs. It's okay. Dolly's like a makeup artist. I'm sure she's gonna hold you down. At least now they're all on a sprinter, but they're still, kind of talking back and forth. Fauna is literally talking to Tavii Baby. She's like, don't even be mad. You did your shit yesterday. You her up. I'm like, Fauna, if you don't stop lying to that girl, just like you didn't win, Tavii didn't win. Like, y'all gotta stop with the lies. You could console her, you could be there for her, but you don't gotta lie straight to the girl's face. The delusion, Okay, and then Tavii Baby literally said the name of this episode should be It got real. And Tavii, baby, you got your wish, because that is indeed the name of this episode. Literally, they even put your name in it. It said, Tavii said shit got real. Okay, so they're riding on the way back to the house, and they're literally just still talking about everything that just happened. But what I found funny was that DTB was literally like, look at Natalie's all up in my inbox. What did she say? What did she say? She literally said, I'm sorry, DTB, if you thought I was talking about you. And at this point, I'm like, Natalie, I am no longer going to defend you. Yeah, I'm with DTB now. You don't stand for shit at all. The fact that you're apologizing to her and it's your show, crazy to me. Crazy. Okay, so the scene cuts and we have Natalie, Scotty, and Rolly sitting in front of the crib, and they're pretty much waiting for all the other girls to get back to the house, but they're talking about everything that happened. And they were literally laughing so hard because they were like, security was even running when they were throwing the and it shows the video footage. Literally, the security guys were running. That was pretty funny. So Natalie is talking to Scotty like, what about you and Big Lex? Like, y'all is going crazy. She's like, that's not y'all. That's her. And Scotty just feels like the other girls are being kind of hypocrites, because she's like, if I say anything, you know, everybody wants to attack me. But if Rolly says anything, nobody says anything to her. And that's a valid point. That is true, because Rolly can clock and check people and nobody will say anything to her. And you know why that is, Scotty. It's because they're more afraid of Rolly than they are of you. Like, they know Rolly has a short fuse and Rolly will literally start pounding people's heads in. They know you are such a sweet girl and you're not going to do anything. And also with Natalie, it's the same thing too. Like, they also know that Natalie is not going to do anything. Natalie's not going to fight. So that's why DTB and even Fauna were like talking to her crazy, basically checking her in the last episode. So really, y'all need to act more like Rolly to make these girls respect you. That's what y'all need to do. And also, I am happy that Scotty is standing up for herself too. I literally said in the beginning of the season, I was like, I am so happy to see this part of Scotty. Like, she has evolved so much, but I just feel like, hold yourself accountable as well. If she can do both of those things, I really wouldn't have nothing bad to say about the girl. It's the fact that she continues to act like a victim by saying things like, I didn't do nothing. She's all fixated on me. I never insert myself. I never did it. By saying those type of things, that's putting herself as a victim. Natalie says because there was so much and negativity going on that she canceled the booking that they had for tonight, and they are just gonna call it a night, go to sleep, and they do like a fun positive activity the next day to try to reset everything, because it is gone way too far. I feel like the longer they film, the more dark everything gets. Like, the more these cliques form, the more jumping happens, the more sneaking happens. It's like, we do need to reset, and then you need to establish some ground rules, and then you need to start enforcing those ground rules going forward. That was Natalie's mistake from the very beginning. You letting Jayla fight in the club and everybody else, like, there was other people. I just vividly remember Jayla fighting in the club. You know, you doing all that and never penalizing people. That's why nobody listens to you now. That's why Baddies is like literally chaos. It's turned into chaos. Clean it up a little bit, reel it in, pull it back just a little, you know, it would be so much better. So all the girls arrive, they're all lined up, and Natalie basically tells them that they're not doing the club booking tonight because they're going to reset, and tomorrow they're going to be doing some Baddie give back. They're going to be giving back charity to the poor kids in Africa. This might be a very unpopular opinion, but I feel like it's okay to give back for sure, but I feel like it should be done off of camera. Not everything needs to be on camera. And if they keep it off camera too, there will be less chance of tomfoolery happening, because a lot of these girls only act up when the cameras are turned on. So that would have been my solution. But yeah, Natalie splits them up into groups. She makes Rolly the leader of the group that has, you know, the big three and all them. Then she makes Scotty and Diamond the leader of the other group, which I thought, you know, that was big of you, Natalie, to choose DTB, even though she just checked you a couple hours back. But anyways, Natalie's literally like, is that okay with everybody? Is that okay? Natalie still doesn't know how to speak like an EP. You don't say, is that okay with everybody? You say, so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? Take a page out of Rolly's book. Big Lex stands forward with her ripped up wig in her hand, and she's like, who is responsible for this? I just want to know. She literally turns to Cold Killer right away. She's like, I had your wig and I didn't do shit to it. And Cold Killer was like, I didn't rip your wig. I did not rip your wig. And Big Lex like, okay, who did it then? Who did it? Who ripped the wig? Literally, it was mute. Nobody said anything. I was like, y'all, are you serious right now? Scotty, stand forward. You ripped her wig. Say something. Don't act scary now. That's why Tavii baby was trying to stop you. She knew that this was going to happen and you should have listened to her, because now look at you. You done activated Big Lex. Literally, Big Lex is like, okay, well, since nobody wants to take responsibility, I need that from you, and you. She literally called out Cold Killer, Tavii baby, Scotty, and Fauna. 1 round for all of y'all. I was like, damn. Natalie is literally like, Lex, I get it. Okay, I get it. But tomorrow is going to be a different type of energy. Yo, Lex. She literally walks off of the scene. Literally, so there was no payoff to that. Literally, that is so disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see that happen. That would have been so epic to see Big Lex literally go 4 rounds in a row. Lex is like, all that energy. I wanna fight. They rip my wig apart, my $1,200 wig. Natalie's like, okay, we're just gonna let Big Lex cool off, but right now I'm bringing in L'Oreal, and L'Oreal comes in and she just talks about, you know, how she organized the event, how they're gonna go back to multiple villages to give back and all of that. And I hope by her speaking to them that they take it serious and they don't turn it into, you know, fighting drama situation. The surprises, like, this was the most random thing ever. I was not expecting this. They bring in Dr. Trev, the dentist who fixes everybody's teeth, for Summer, and he's literally like, we're gonna take those railroad tracks off your mouth. Like, Summer is so excited. She's like, yeah. And then, like, you know, not only that, we're gonna redo the whole mouth. Like, low-key, you was shading her, like, your teeth is up. We're gonna fix it all though, which I'm just like, if you have braces on, when you take them off, shouldn't your teeth already be good? Like, what more needs to be done? You know what I mean? I don't know. Duh, I think I should have known that, because in her confessionals you can see that her braces are off and it does look like her teeth are super white. And then we get the previews for the next episode.